is up, Ham Radio? Kilo Echo 8 Papa Zulu November, the Ham Radio Adventure Guy. Thanks for stopping by. Your one stop for everything Adventure Radio. It's that time of the week. It is Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Ham Radio Shenanigan Hour coming to you live from wherever the heck we are. I don't even know where Dan is. Dan's somewhere in Georgia. I'm
The
somewhere.
ether.
I'm somewhere in West Virginia. And while we're determining where we are, we're going to thank the Patreons because these guys are absolutely awesome. They keep me going. They keep me in gas, and they keep me with ideals. Lots of good ideals. I always get happy to do my monthly business meeting with these guys. They're awesome, and they get to try to see how the channel goes and maybe do a little decision making as well. And we'll also give a shout out to the Adventure Club. A little bit of changing going around in the Adventure Club. We had Michael moving up right behind Steven there in seventh place, and we had James Jenner, a familiar name to the Adventure Club, pop on the board. He's in ninth, so shout out to those guys as well. So, what's going on, Dan? How you doing?
Not a lot, man. Been chasing David around the bands, trying to keep up with whatever the heck he's doing down there. He's a machine. He's still out roading. Man.
David, I don't know how David rode so fast because it probably takes him like 2 hours to get 10 contacts because he won't slow down. It's Hotel India 8 Delta QRZ, Hotel India 8 Delta QRZ, Hotel India 8 Delta. Hey, dude, I'm trying to contact you. Slow down, David.
Yeah, I got him a little bit earlier. He's out with Annabelle. Annabelle got her ticket, so she's having fun down there. Congratulations to Annabelle.
Yeah, David's definitely a machine, and I'm sure Annabelle will be a machine as well. POTA family.
In the States, you can run third party, and she was running some pileups here last visit. He came up, and I think she was getting more activity than he was. It was. She did a great job.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff. I always like to see people getting their license and going on and becoming POTA extraordinaires. I know it excited me when the Pearsons added a new member to their crew. Went from 3 to 4. Well, technically 5 because their oldest brother got a license too, but he's not yet doing the POTA thing. So.
Oh, not yet, but they'll talk him into it.
Oh, I'm sure. When the family Christmas tree ends up being a tree in the park, like if you want your present, 10 QSOs.
That's right. That'd be great. How the bands have been, man? It's been an interesting week.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole topic tonight of what happened, and we're supposed to be on an up cycle, and I'll tell you, last weekend the bands were bad. I remember complaining about them last weekend, and I guess I brought it on myself because I just made them worse. Because this weekend has been absolute crap. I mean, today was not as bad as yesterday, but Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all has been pretty bad. But yesterday was the worst I have seen band conditions since 2021. And I can say that because I've literally been on the radio every day since back in 2021 sometime. And I've got something to compare it to. So it definitely, like I couldn't even get a good CW signal out good yesterday. Yes, I got 4 or 5 parks activated. But when I'm only getting 30 contacts, and I've got people that struggle sometimes to make 10 and 12, and they're saying show off, blah 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 blah. No, it's just different. When I only make 20 or 30 contacts, the bands are dead because when I make 20 or 30, that means there was 300 or 400 trying to get me, and it's just absolutely crazy. Now they seem to get better every evening. Friday night, I think I made 300 and some contacts. But
I wonder how many people were standing on top of their desk trying to call you when the bands are horrible, screaming into the microphone.
I don't know. And here's the thing, you know, I can't help it if I can't hear you. But I had a guy the other day, and again, I'm definitely not no CW expert or nothing, but I was spotted on CW and I was taking everybody I could hear. And when I went to go QRT, he had re-spotted me, and he's like, "Widen your filter. I've called you 5 times." No, no, I'm not widening my filter and picking up more garbage.
Why would you need to widen your filter? I mean, you
My
shouldn't be that far off frequency. You know?
my filter is just fine for running a pile up, because when I typically when I spot like when I spotted Friday night on CW, it well Steve when Steven hunted me, he said it sounded like FT8 in there is what it sounded like, because it was
crazy.
just stupid.
Yeah.
And you know, if my filter's even wider than it is now, that would be even worse. So no, I'm not widening my filter. If you called me 3 times, I'm sorry I didn't get you, but I didn't hear you. So run more power.
Just about to say, turn on your amp.
don't. Yeah, he's a widen your filter and turn up your volume. And anybody who knows me knows that I already run my radio way too loud.
Yeah, that's true. I can tell you that for sure.
When I'm running CW, people's like, dude, you're going to turn it down. You're going to turn it down. Because we can hear you, you know, half a mile.
Maybe you ran into a class of guy that says, you know, because I can hear you, you ought to be able to hear me.
It's funny, and you know, it's like that pile up Friday night. People would there's 40 people sending at one time, and I'm sitting there listening for a letter or anything that I can go by, and so I can question mark it. And you know, I'll hit Bravo question mark, and then the same 40 people are right back in there on top of it. I'm like, now I know all y'all don't have a Bravo in your call. And then there's one guy, I never did get his call sign, but I can tell you he's from New York, because what I would get every single time he would call is he'd throw his call sign out, and after he got done with his call sign, he'd put 5N in New York. And I'm like, cool, buddy, you're from New York, but I don't know who you are. You got to do it right, guys. It's the same as you do with sideband, and I preach about this on sideband all the time too, because guys will do that. They'll be in the middle of one of my pileups, which can be absolutely stupid at times, and they're just like, Whiskey Delta 4 Delta Alpha November, you're 5-9 in Georgia, and all I heard was 5-9 Georgia, and I'll typically. In sideband, I typically call you out for that. I'll be like, hey, Georgia guy, I don't got you in the vlog because I'm talking to, and it works out a lot better. But I'm not sending all that out in CW.
Yeah,
I hate to send anything extra in CW. Everybody knows my pile ups are the same in sideband as they are in CW. I have a pattern. I follow my pattern, and if I send anything different, everybody's always shocked.
Yeah, like me. I had to rewind it in my head. And I said, what did he just send? And I kind of replayed it in my brain. And I was like, no, he didn't.
I do mess with people every now and then. But and I can send what I want to in CW. It's the fact that I went off my pattern, and once I send what I wanted to send extra, the rest of my pattern goes blank in my head, and I'll just start sending gibberish. So, you know, I'm like Whiskey Delta 4 Delta Alpha November 5N in West Virginia, and then I wait for his signal report or whatever. But if I go Whiskey Delta 4 Delta Alpha November, good afternoon, you are 5N. Once I get to 5N, I then forget West Virginia, and I'm like, you are 5N. My dog ate cheese roll-ups today. You know, I just sent something stupid, and then he just sits there like, was he talking to me? What's going on here? So that's where I'm not an experienced CW operator. That's why I'm waiting for somebody to tell me, you need to stop putting new CW op in your spots. You've been doing this for 4 months now. Well, you know what? I'm still new. Until I can get every call sign as fast as I want to, and and I can stop sending so many question marks. I'm going to put new CW up.
Yeah. I mean, what I would do, I mean, if anybody ever says that, you need to stop putting new in there. Just ask them, how long did it take you to learn how to talk? For longer than 4 months, I'd imagine. Because you're basically learning a new language, right?
I mean, I have increased my speed. I'm up to now. It says 15 words a minute max, or ignored, and people still come in there like crazy. And I'll be honest, I still take people up to about somewhere close to 20. I can take. Some of them will come in there just absolutely blistering, but their CW is so clean. I hear it fine. There's a couple people that they'll send their call sign, and I send it right back, and I type it in, and I'm listening to them sending their signal. I was like, my goodness, how did I get his call sign? This guy's flying. So, I don't know.
I think I did that to you accidentally on one of your activations. I was hunting. It wasn't a POTA park. It was a DXpedition somewhere, and they're running like 35 words a minute. So I'm calling them at like 30. I forgot to lower my speed back down. I said, "Oh, James just spotted." So I went over there and I hit my call button. I'm like, "Oh crap!"
It's funny. It's funny because you do that. You don't never send your call. You actually use your button every time, correct?
Yeah. Well, yeah. All right. So I use my button to start with. Now, if the activator does part of my call in a question mark, I won't use my memory that time. I'll hand key it the next time and put more spacing in it.
Gotcha. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. CW, my new obsession with POTA.
It's fun.
As if I didn't have enough. It ain't even. It ain't. I don't think it's. I'm obsessed with CW. I think it's new stats for me to be obsessed with.
I got a new one. Activate all of West Virginia again, but do it CW.
Yeah, no.
Come on. It'll be fun, they said.
Yeah, no. Like, people don't understand.
You should be able to do it in a weekend.
Yeah, buddy. It's not that it's not that I don't activate a lot of the parks still in West Virginia over and over and over. It's just some of these things are absolute pain in the tail to get to.
Yeah.
And there's some of them you can't find a way in. I'll be honest. There's two that I can think of that I get the GPS really close and I park and I go hiking in and I sit there and I'll do the whole GPS thing until I get inside the park, and then I'll set up somewhere. And I mean, they're wildlife management areas in the middle of nowhere, and I'm sure there might be a way in somewhere. There's one I used to have to do that too, and I've actually found a way into that one finally. But it's rough, and then now there's a couple that's hard to get to because of how far they are from me, and you drive like this to get to them.
Yeah.
So, but I actually want to go back to that one again because I want to activate it from the top. I definitely want to activate it from the top. So I'll maybe go there and camp the weekend or something. That way I can get up early and hike up and activate it from the top.
You're gonna activate it from the top. You got some sodas to do.
Yeah. Nice. The problem is it is springtime in West Virginia, and in springtime you get thunderstorms, crazy thunderstorms. That's just like today. I set here's your Bailey Sprott tip of the week. If you do not have patience, do not do the Bailey Sprott, not as an activator, because I sat in a park today for a little over 2 hours waiting on lightning to stop and get away from me. It was just actually, let me find it here. I took a picture of the lightning app. Yeah, here we go. I don't know if I don't know how well you can see it here, but all the yellow
Mm.
is lightning. So anything that's not showing up really good because I'm seeing it on the screen. Let's see if I can get it focus in better.
Wow.
Not, it's not showing. It's not showing really good. Maybe because they're so close. When I'm looking at it on my phone, I can actually see the shape of the lightning bolts. But on there it just all looked yellow. But that's pretty much what it was. The whole area was just nothing but yellow, and I had to sit there for like. I even there's 5 people left in the PZN challenge this year, and I even put a post out. I said, "Listen, you guys may get one shot at this today," because I didn't know if these storms were going to pass. Looking at the map at the time, I was like, "You may get one shot at your hunt for me today, so you better be ready. I don't want to hear it." Everybody's dealing with the same thing, and if somebody didn't get it, I know they would be like, "Man, you only activated the one time for
Right.
5 minutes, blah 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 blah." And this is exactly what I'd planned on telling them. I'm like, "You had the same opportunity that everybody had, and it's no different than that was my 5 minutes that I had to sprint that activation in for my Bailey Sprott."
Right.
So, you know,
Now let's just say hypothetically the lightning would have never went away. How long would you have waited to say, the hell with it? I got to get an activation and throw the antenna up, even when there's lightning out?
I wouldn't have.
Really?
I wouldn't have. No.
Hmm.
I would have ended up driving to another state and got an activation in somewhere it wasn't storming.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fail the Bailey Sprott because of lightning. But you know, I've waited as much as 3.5 hours before at a park. And I sat there on my on. I did. I put out a short today. I did the links for this stream while I was sitting in the park.
Yeah.
I did stuff, but yeah, yeah. I won't activate in the lightning now. But the second because my lightning app's fairly accurate and it goes red to orange to green, and orange starts at around 8 miles away. I think 8 or 9 miles. The second it goes to orange, if I don't see nothing that can pop in really quick, I'll pop in there and get it. And I'll get me a quick, even if it's 10. I got longer than I thought I would have because I thought I was gonna have about 7 minutes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I think I ended up getting like 12 minutes.
Yeah. When
Or
you popped on CW after sideband, I was kind of surprised.
yeah, so it made it kind of nice that I got CW in too. So, but then I went to the next 2 parks, and it wasn't even storming no more. So yeah. So people actually had three opportunities today, and they will get an opportunity after this stream. But I didn't know that at the time.
Right.
I was
Got to
giving
work
it
with what you got.
I was giving people the fair warning. So so you got some visits coming up, man. People coming by to see you.
Yeah, I got David and Annabelle coming up on their way to Dayton. And then a little while, we have an invasion from the north coming down, spending a week or so. And that's all I know of so far. Maybe PP Man on his way back up, but I'm not sure. So yeah, it's been a fun couple weeks around here.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, I know Carrie and Ray is going through West Virginia right now. And I asked Ray, I was like, where y'all stopping at to activate? He said, nowhere. I'm pushing her all the way to the house. It's gonna be 10. He said it's gonna be 10:30 before we get home, all the way to the house. He said.
I can see her now. Can we go over this way and get this? No.
If she was real, if she wanted to really get him, she should say when they went by Cooper's Rock, she's like, "Hey, let's stop at Cooper's Rock," because he'd probably like, "Hey." That's where we had the big breakdown at, which I've been back to 2 or 3 times since then. So
That's funny.
I like Cooper's Rock. It's nice place.
As long as you don't break now.
Yeah. Well, I mean it's a nice place even if you break down. you're not having a nice time if you break down. But
Yeah, it's true.
that whole trip was a shenanigan getting me home. Oh,
Well, I mean, you derailed the train.
I mean, we're gonna derail your train. We're gonna tell you we'll give you another train on Friday, and then we're gonna tell you no, that ain't happening either.
Well,
We're not gonna pay for your room.
and they wanted to send you back to Orlando.
Yeah, we'll send you back to Orlando for free.
I
Wow,
don't want to be there.
it's not for free. I paid for this trip.
Oh,
Funny stuff. Funny stuff.
well, maybe next year you'll have a conversion that you can drive down in.
Possibly. I mean, I could have drove it down this year, but I don't know. I may drive down next year. We'll just see. I am going to try to attempt to convert the Nissan before Dayton, but I am running out of time, and it costs money to convert stuff like that. So we'll just see. It might be a small conversion by Dayton, and then a bigger conversion by Huntsville. Even though I won't be staying in it in Huntsville, but maybe the full conversion will be. Actually, I don't even know if I'll be driving to Huntsville. I might have somebody driving me down. I don't know.
Well, let's see. So you POTA on the way. So from West Virginia to Huntsville should take you what, 2.5 days.
Well, I mean, first off, I go the long way
Yeah.
to Huntsville because I'm going to Nashville to do the HRAG meetup, and that'll be on the Thursday before Huntsville.
West Virginia to Florida should take you about 4 days. I mean, that's POTA math.
Typically 3.
Yeah.
Typically 3. It has took 4 before. And it's really not all that many parks. It's not. I
They're
don't
a long
go.
way apart.
I don't go extreme on it. I'll do. I like to drive about 2 to 3 hours and then POTA.
Yeah.
And then drive 2 to 3 hours and POTA. So
That's what I'm doing on my trip up. It's about 2 to 3, maybe sometimes 4 hours, and then hit a park, relax for an hour and a half or so, then go on. So.
Yeah, I mean, I've did that with other things besides ham radio. Like I used to be a geocacher, so like when I would go on trips, I would drive 2 hours, time to stretch my legs and get out. I'd go out and find a geocache there, and or 12, whatever.
However many there happen to be.
In case you ain't noticed, I'm kind of an extreme person with my hobbies. So everything I've ever done, I kind of take to the extreme. That's why people's like, "How did you get so good at this so fast?" Because I do it 24/7.
You're gonna start doing soda and end up like what's that mountain climber's name? Alex Honnold. You're gonna end up like Alex Honnold doing soda. You're gonna be free climbing.
Well, what I think's going to happen is I'm going to start doing soda in West Virginia, and I'm going to end up like Rambo because I'm gonna have an M60 strapped to my back going in to do the soda.
That'd be great. Well, I'm going to be up there end of July, Kyle. I'm going to be hitting all of them up the East Coast, and we're staying for a couple of weeks in New Hampshire, so I'll get them all over there.
Oh, Kyle, you know what? Send Kyle a link. Kyle needs to come spill the beans.
Oh yeah, that'll be nice.
Kyle needs to come spill the beans. I need to know about this 9-state rove in the Northeast because I happen to need to go to the Northeast and do probably the same 9 states they go. So
be nice.
I'm curious. I am now curious about this. Because we all know my eventual goal is to and he's driving. Of course you're driving. How are you going to drive? You know what? I'm gonna like catch you when you're doing something, and I'm gonna be like, oh, free Chipotle in Missouri. You're playing tennis right now. You can't come, Kyle. Yeah. Kyle just shenanigan to shenanigans.
You did.
Oh gosh.
I see what you did there.
All right, Kyle. So you're gonna have to spill the beans. I want to know about this trip because this is cool. Yeah, and I'm gonna since you said Jason, I'm going to assume you're going to Acadia, and I definitely want to go to Acadia because I know Jason's talked about a bunch of us going to Acadia before, and that would definitely be in the Northeast.
Yeah, let us know when it is too, because if it lines up with when I'm up there, I'll meet you somewhere. Probably in southern-ish, central-ish New Hampshire for about 2 weeks, just outside of Concord, Manchester area.
Well, of course, it'll probably be sometime that I'm going to be booked up too.
Into September, he said. So yeah, we won't.
Oh well, I don't really have plans in September, so I might be good.
If you have a list of the parks you're going to activate, let me know what you're going to hit in New Hampshire, and I'll leave you a little note underneath the table or something. I'll leave you a little poor cat sticker underneath the park bench.
Oh God.
That'd be kind of funny. It'd be like the Jeepers putting ducks on your Jeep.
Craig says he's on the way to Acadia now. Nice, super nice. That's cool. Acadia is definitely on my list to do. That will definitely when I go up there to activate it. That'll definitely be a park that I get. If I get only one park in that state, it'll be Acadia. So because it is 0001.
I'm gonna have to look and see where it is.
It's easy to remember. Kilo 0001. It's the very first one.
Well, they didn't do zero-based indexing.
And there is no 0, 2, and 3 because those used to be parks and are now gone.
Oh, it's over near Bar Harbor. Okay, yeah, I can get that one on my. I'm up there. I'm gonna have to.
You know, if things go my way, eventually I'm going to be full-time YouTube, and that's all I'm going to do is travel and POTA anyway. POTA, soda, just radio. So that's my eventual plan. So I'll be doing plenty of trips like this, but I still like doing them with other people. It makes it a lot more fun. Just traveling by yourself all the time sometimes boring.
Ken already has Acadia 2 times, so it's not going to be his first. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that while I'm up there. Bar Harbor is not too far away. Excuse me, Bahaba. It's not too far away from where we are. Got to say it right. Bahaba.
Kyle, are you guys driving up? Are you flying up? What y'all doing?
And where's Terry at? I wore this shirt just for him.
You know, his dad had a shirt just like that till he got
a job. I wore this just for him, and he's not even in the chat to give me any crap about it. He said he's flying up.
Or no. He had a shirt just like that till his dad got a job. That's what it was.
Yeah. They're gonna fly up. I wonder where K0002 is. Are the first 5 numbered parks near each other?
002 and 003 I know is gone. They no longer exist.
Dang it. It would be cool to do a 10-park rove and do them 000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tuesday through Saturday with an ARRL head. I can't talk. With an ARRL headquarters visit. Are you gonna run the station while you're there, Kyle? That'd be really cool.
If you run it, you have to say please copy.
Please copy. Whiskey 1 Alpha Whiskey, please copy 59. Uh,
There's another one of them invaders that's going to come see you sometime soon.
yeah. He let us know that interesting tidbit of inside information. If you didn't know about photo parks, aren't geographically ordered; they're alphabetically national park names.
Okay, so they're
The more you know.
they're alphabetically
That's
national
right.
park names. So.
That's right. Yes, Kyle. If you work the station there at the ARRL, you have to say "poor cat" on the air to make it official.
Yeah.
We're gonna get them kicked out of the ARRL headquarters.
So some cool news though. I know I talked about it earlier, but it's actually confirmed. My club will be the special event for Lewis and Clark for West Virginia.
Very nice.
So we got about 60 hours of Lewis Clark activating to do in 2 weeks in June. The first 2 weeks in June.
That's cool. I wonder who's going to be doing that.
Well, probably 60 hours to me, and whatever the rest of the club does is extra.
Yeah. Bonus
club. Now they all want it. They all want to do some of it, but I told them, I was like, I don't care if y'all want to commit or not. I got to 60 hours. So, how about Kentucky? Kentucky is a state that is to the east of me. Actually, it's to the west of me. I'm kidding. And it's called the Bluegrass State. I have not confirmed. More than likely, it's a go. More than likely, it's definitely a go. So I'd like to know exactly your plans on what is the home park and which ones you plan on wanting to do. Because there's certain ones that I got to hit when I get out there. You can actually go to your map and put in my call sign, and you'll see what I need to get when I'm out there too. You have the advantage of being able to see what I need. Oh.
Yeah, fun times when he gets down here for sure. We'll do something. I don't know if we're gonna activate all of Georgia in the weekend, but
I don't. I tell you,
wow.
I tell you, I activated with the 3 Canadians for the weekend, and now every Canadian that hunts me on the radio, I'm honorary Canadian in here. You're 590.
Hey. That's great.
Funny stuff. We have fun with it though.
We can definitely probably hit a down in North Florida. We can probably do a lion rove right here. James of the North. From Jacksonville west to Tallahassee or going the other direction. We'll figure out something to do.
It'd be easy to do a line in North Florida. Piece of cake.
We got to go back and do it again the next day, but only do 20 parks and then 15, so I can get those.
Yeah, I got some rows in my future coming up that I want to do. I don't know why. I'm not a rover.
What are you going for? 75 this time?
No. No, I've got like a.
Where's Steven? I'm sure he can.
I think I got a 25. I need to do. I think is what I got to do.
Where's Steven at? He's going to super chat a 75 park rove here in a minute. I can tell.
He's probably recovering from his event last night.
His gig.
his gig. Yeah, he went frog gigging last night, I think.
Giggity.
You want to talk about 75 Park Road? You need to talk to that other guy that was just in here calling me a smart donkey.
Hayden, 80 is a nice round number. I agree, Hayden. He should get 80.
If I was truly a smart donkey, I could figure out how to fix my POTA awards page myself, I guess. I know what I could do. I could find the POTA hacker to go in and hack my awards page and fix it for me.
Oh my God. Shenanigans. Oh my goodness.
Funny stuff. Now James is making another one of his crazy roving trips. I don't know how long he's going to be roving for, because the dates that he gave me, and then when I heard the dates that he was going to be down in Georgia with Dan, I was like, how long is he going to be gone? So,
he's going to rove a whole year straight. Just, that'd be fun.
I know. I think when he gets done, he's going to need 6 states and DC, I believe.
Nice.
So that's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome when he gets to activate all states. That's awesome.
Said he's going to be gone for 9 weeks. He'll be here in the motherland. Well, this wouldn't be the motherland for Canada.
I can't wait to the day that I can rove for 9 weeks straight. And I'll tell you. And of course, my roving and his roving is different, because his is more speedy than mine. I like to sit at the parks longer than he does.
If you go on a 9-week rove, we can play the Where's James game.
Who, me or him?
The King James. We can play the Where's James game. I played that this morning with Carrie. She kind of shocked me. She was in Kentucky, I think. And I said, oh, where's Carrie? She's in Kentucky. You're 5-9. It's always fun.
I always like to play the what route does Carrie drive home from Hamfest?
Yeah.
Because you can't never get it, because it's not a direct route. All right. I'm here. I live here. So what route do I go? You go up here, around here, down here, up back here, down here, and then over to here.
If your house is 30 minutes west of you and you're a POTA activator, you always start out by going an hour and a half east. And then you have to make the big square to get there.
Yeah, I got what is it? I got rotations that I do. So I have parks that are in rotations.
Yeah, we have figured out Carrie's POTA map. It's right here. Draw a bunch of squiggles.
Hayden, how are you talking to us and playing with your balls at the same time? That's hard to do.
He's probably sitting in the corner on a chair waiting his turn.
Are you in the corner chair?
Are you in the corner chair, Hayden?
The corner chair of a pool hall. I wonder if that is anything like the corner chair in a motel.
Probably a little smokier, a little more alcoholic beverages involved.
Yeah, funny stuff. So what?
Probably not as UV light reactant.
What about you, Dan? You got any projects coming up?
No, I don't have any projects. All my projects are pretty much done. Just hanging out with folks that are passing through my neck of the woods.
What about your goals for this year? I remember you made some. I can't remember how good are they doing?
Very well. I've already exceeded my QSO. I think I had like 10,000 or something like that. I think I'm like 12,000 right now. One of my goals I haven't done yet is to activate CW Park by the end of the year. That's a big one on my list.
You've got that, dude. Because here's the thing.
I thought about cheating today. Well, yesterday because 40 was so bad. I was gonna go out and just spot on POTA and get 10 and go, but I figured that's kind of cheating. So,
I don't think you would have got 10.
yeah, I
I
don't want
really
to.
not yesterday. Hold on. Let's-
No, I don't. No. I can't activate Georgia in a week.
I did get 10
Oh.
twice. I did get twice.
We could do it in a week, but I don't know if I can get off work for the week to do it. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna call bullcrap on Dan doing it all in a week.
Yeah, the whole work thing. I think that's plenty enough time to do it.
Do you have a boat, Dan?
Yeah, but not one that I want to put in salt water. It's actually, yeah. We have to get Robbie's little John boat and go do it. Oh, cool. Hayden both get splashed this weekend and Marine Mobile activation this weekend. Awesome.
That's going to be awesome. Hayden's put a lot of work into his boat, so that's going to be a cool deal.
If you're a member of our Discord, you have seen the pictures of his progress.
And if you're not a member of our Discord, I don't
dropped
know.
the link.
You must not like POTA because that's where all the cool stuff. That's where all the cool kids hang.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of good work on that boat. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to really just hope for some good weather here over the next couple of weeks and knock out like 3 or 4 sodas in a week.
Yeah.
That way I can get back on track. Because
yeah, the biggest thing that I have outstanding is just the CW activation. All the other hunter goals, I'm not going to say I set them too low for myself, but if you think I did, just you can go ahead and try to do it yourself next year, I guess. But they're kind of done.
Yeah, mine's more to. I've still got to do all Kentucky. I've still got to do my 12 summits. That's the 2 big ones that are left. Everything else, I'm not even remotely worried about. It's which most of them's done, but there's a few that's not quite there yet, but they will be.
Yeah, every time I go out and activate, I'll do a little CW hunting. So I mean, I do get some CW in there, but it's not people calling me. So.
Well, you also will sit around. You'll hunt me in CW, and you will sit there, and you'll listen to all the calls.
Yep.
And you'll write them down, and then you'll see what I send back and see if it's the same. So you're practicing like you're activating.
Mm-hmm.
So yep. I mean, I think you'll do good when you start activating.
One of my let me find if I can find it. One of my scratch pads of yours. It was actually pretty funny. I messed up a lot.
Because I messed up a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one of my little scratch pads. It was pretty fun. I think you got Whiskey Delta 4 Oscar India Alpha that day. I don't know what day it was.
All right, what's Kyle asking us if we saw here?
For Robbie's CW music video. Is that the one he was doing it on the guitar? Sorry about that. I did it. I think that's the one he did on
put it out.
The one he did on the guitar, I think.
I did not see his music video. If it's something that's came out in the last couple of days, I haven't even hardly been.
I said it came out a year ago, and I guess the algorithm just decided to.
Oh, well, then if that's the case, I definitely ain't seen nothing that old. I don't even know that I knew Robbie a year ago. Yeah, I've kind of been a little on the busy side this week. We were looking at what I've done in the last 10 days video wise, and I've put out a crazy amount of videos in the last 10 days for a guy who don't do nothing. But
Kyle had a good stream. I think it was his last stream about breaking that 13 words per minute or 15 words per minute barrier.
yeah, I had to watch it on Team Replay, but I did get to see that.
That's really
I watched actually that night. I was in the chill pad I was hanging out with Joe in chill pad, and I was like, dude, I gotta go because I've still got to watch Dan's interview and Kyle's video. So like even when I get to bed, I'm looking at an hour and a half before I turn on my CW and fall asleep.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So yeah, Monday night was a long night, that's for sure. Now I've got to go check out Robbie's music video. I've really thought about taking and doing my own intro with not guitar but with bass, because I can make some pretty cool sounds with some bass. And I've thought about it, and I thought about adding a CW twist to it. So
that'd be cool.
Maybe this will inspire me, Kyle.
Do something, like on a bass with your call sign or something.
Yeah. So
don't make it like totally obvious that's what it is, No.
No.
But if anybody picks it up, it'll be like, hey, that's cool.
It would have like a rhythm to it.
Yeah.
Show the clips, and somewhere in there, in that rhythm, I would hide a CW message. Something like that.
That'd be great. Like Poor Cat.
But that's going to require me to pull my bass out again and practice a few days. So it's all about that time thing that I have so much of.
What was your very first activation?
What was my first activation?
Yeah, the 1 Watt Slayer wants to know.
Well, David, my very first activation would have been Kilo 1810.
His home park.
My home park. And I redo that activation every year on my anniversary in the same spot that I did it. Because that's kind of a rare spot that I don't go there a whole lot. I do go there sometimes to live stream. I've live streamed a QRP activation from there before. But
don't you also? Is that the same one you do with the special radio as well?
Did I do what?
Your dad's radio?
No. I hunt with my dad's radio.
Gotcha.
The morning of his birthday.
Right.
So when I get up, the first thing I do is I'll hunt somebody on PODA on my dad's
awesome.
radio.
That's awesome. Robbie just dropped the link in the chat to his CW song.
Cool. Could be even better. We could, me and Robbie could get together, and I could play bass and he could play guitar, and we could do it.
And Eddie can feed you brisket.
And Eddie could feed us brisket.
Speaking of the devil, it's kind of like it's like Beetlejuice around here. I'm telling you. Thank you, Eddie.
Oh, thank you for the super chat, Eddie. Since I made your brisket famous today, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but I dropped a short today, Eddie, of your brisket, and
it's kind of blown up.
It's quite funny because it's got crazy amounts of views, and I'm sure they're not from ham radio people. They're people seeing your brisket and like, ooh, what is this?
If you get any weird emails about wanting recipes, apologies in advance.
I did drop a link to the spa in there, Eddie. So
yeah, that's awesome.
So,
July 2nd will be his 2-year podiversary. He wants to do something special, more special than like back-to-back lion robes on a Friday and a Saturday, or a Saturday and Sunday, or whatever 2 days you did them on, because that's pretty epic.
It's quite funny. Me and James is really close in time on PODA then, since his is July the 2nd.
back-to-back line rows are boring. He says, I already done that. Oh, I think we have some competition here.
They are boring. Roads get boring because you spend too much time in the vehicle.
I think the gauntlet has just been thrown.
He can throw that all he wants.
You can have that.
He can throw it, and I'll use my boxing skills to slip and let it go right on by.
I think I'm done with this.
Yeah, I have no desire to do 100 Park Road.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, well, I take that back. I do have a desire to do 100 Park Road. 100 parks in like 100 days.
You can go over to Japan and probably do it in about 4 hours.
I guess I'm technically on more than 100 Park Road if we're doing it like that though, because I don't know what day I'm on, but it's, I don't know, four something, 5 something. I don't know where we're at.
Yeah.
A long streak.
Be interesting to see what you come up with for your 2-year anniversary goal there.
See, mine's the same every year. It's the Chief Logan activation. I go back to where it all started. So.
I couldn't tell you. I would have to look up my first activation date.
6'5".
Yeah, 6'5".
We're all the class of 2021.
Yeah.
It's funny. Poda got fun in 2021. I need a shirt. Poda got fun in 2021.
It rhymes too. Hey.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because we all come out and shook up the Poda world. Mr. Rover from the north, which he is American then.
American.
He was that N6 nerd guy.
N6 nerd.
My first kilo contact, N6 nerd. Didn't even know him then. That's what's weird that we hang out all the time now. That he was my first kilo contact. In Chief Logan State Park.
You and Chief Logan have a thing.
Yeah, kind of do.
You've done a lot of trail riding there too.
Yeah, I have. Which is if the weather would break, it's getting ready to start back again. Thanks to Joseph, he's got me addicted to mountain biking again. Even though I've not been on my bike, but it's been constant thinking about being on my bike and doing radio with it. So,
yeah, some of the trails that I've seen you ride, you probably wouldn't want to do when the ground's wet because they look pretty slippery.
Yeah, I'll tell you when they're wet. I've did plenty of riding when they're wet, but I don't want to get back into it when they're wet.
Yeah,
but they're worse in the fall when all the leaves are falling. Because here's the thing, some of those trails are about this wide.
Yeah,
in spots.
About wide enough for 3 tires. Yeah,
and then they'll slant like this in places.
Yeah.
So this end over here, if your tire goes off this ledge, it washes quickly.
Yeah. Yep.
And I've been going down some of them, and you can't tell exactly where the edge is because all the leaves have fell on top of it. And I'm doing, 25 miles an hour or so, just flying through there, and all of a sudden, and then I'm just flying. So it gets interesting. I was David's 11th contact in Poda.
I sure hope it was that one whiskey. Doesn't count if it wasn't.
I don't think he was one whiskey back then.
Yeah.
I don't think so at all.
We talked on. He was testing out his 160 meter setup a couple nights ago, and we talked on 160. So.
On one whiskey?
No. Me and Terry and him had a little 160 powwow.
All right, good deal. Well, I guess we need to start wrapping up because I don't know if
Oh,
it's
shoot.
Kyle or not Kyle, Charlie or Frank tonight, but one of them streaming here shortly. So, you got anything you want to talk about real quick before we go?
Yep, no, just hunting POTA and working next weekend, and hopefully try to get some sleep. I'm on call this week for work, so it always sucks.
All right. For myself, I will be leaving right after the stream, going out to Kilo 1810, Chief Logan State Park,
Really,
and
where is that? It's a
and
big
doing
park.
doing an early and late shift there. Hopefully a good one. And then coming back home, getting ready for that work thing tomorrow. Yuck. And I'll be POTA every week. Got a stream on Wednesday, a video dropping on Thursday, as always, and a bunch of shorts in between. Hopefully, we'll just have to see how the weather plays. And TikToks, if you do the TikTok thing, I do those as well. They're more of a little creative on the younger version side, but they're still out there for people to see if you want to. Other than that, thanks very much for the donation, Eddie. And if I did miss anybody for buying me a coffee, I'll give you a shout out on the Wednesday stream. I didn't see none come in though. Thank you guys for your support. And 73.
73 guys.